set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Saints nothing. Evan McPherson with kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
He's not going to get me. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. All right, T. Let's all right, T. Check.
Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hill, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Winston. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Play fake. Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and 8. Winston now from the 50. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Winston. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Saints nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jameis to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Kamara trying again. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. On play action, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing, Winston. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. But we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Alert, alert, alert.
Play action here with Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action with Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gun. Shots. Big 13. Big 13. 11.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Play action. It's Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Rosen to throw on third down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, Rosen. This is caught. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2nd and 8 coming up. A draw play for Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The gun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for it and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They go play action. It's Rosen. This is caught by Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Rosen.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rosen.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Everyone scrap.
Throwing again, it's Rosen.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Mixon running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Rosen to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cincinnati, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.